The Magnitude of the Minute audiobook by Diane and Andrew. Chapter 2, Little Duties. Read by Andrew. The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. Elias, phone glued to his ear, was attempting to charm his way into an office cleaning job. Despite the initial polite no, undeterred, he launched into an enthusiastic offer. "But ma'am," he pressed, "I will not just wash your floor sparkling, but I'll organize your stationery with military precision. I'll also water your plants." He then offered to be filing and even offered to cut the lawn outside. His enthusiastic offer of extra help made the woman pause, a bit confused but interested, before asking for his number. It was a potential opportunity. An elderly gentleman whose attention was caught by Elias's impressive display of eagerness chuckled. "I like your attitude, son," he offered, a glint in his eye. "Got a job for you right here." Elias, momentarily flustered, replied, Thanks, sir, but I actually already have a job." The old man's eyebrows shot up, a picture of comical surprise. "But I just heard you practically begging for a job." Elias, realizing the misunderstanding, explained with a sheepish grin, "That was my current boss, sir. Just, checking in, seeing if she was happy with my service, and maybe suggesting a few extra offers." A slow smile spread across the old man's face, his eyes twinkling with amusement and understanding. "Checking on your work and offering more? That's rarer than a polite mosquito." He gave a hearty chuckle. "Keep that hustle, young man. You're going places?" The story of Elias, though a simple encounter, speaks volumes about the power of embracing even the smallest tasks with dedication and a willingness to go the extra mile. This anecdote echoes the story of Joseph, which we began in chapter 1. Even as a young boy, Joseph was faithful in little duties. He diligently obeyed his parents' instructions, undertaking household chores with a cheerful spirit. We see this when he was sent to find his brothers in the field and bring them food, a task he embraced readily. Later, when sold into slavery to Lord Potiphar, Joseph's faithfulness in seemingly insignificant tasks quickly propelled him to a position of authority over all the slaves in the household. He was thorough, diligent, and required no supervision. Often he anticipated needs and completed tasks before being asked, demonstrating a self-driven work ethic rooted in his understanding of the importance of little duties. When Joseph cleaned a window, it was truly clean. He brought both thoroughness and efficiency to every task he undertook. His heart invested in his work, and his work reflecting the integrity of his heart. Even when unjustly thrown into prison, Joseph's spirit of wholehearted dedication remained unbroken. He continued to be faithful and diligent in completing his assigned tasks. The prison warders soon noticed his exceptional character and placed him in charge of all the other prisoners. Joseph's unwavering commitment to being faithful in little duties was evident in every circumstance. In today's world and workplace, complaints about corruption and inefficiency are rampant. Companies invest significant resources in recruiting new employees, only to suffer losses due to a lack of diligence and commitment. A core reason for this lies in the fact that many individuals did not learn the value of faithfulness in small duties from a young age. Research from the Harvard Business Review consistently highlights the significant drain on productivity caused by employees spending an average of 2.1 hours each day on tasks unrelated to their core responsibilities, costing businesses approximately $450 billion annually. Often, students postpone diligence, waiting for a big job before committing to being faithful. They disregard the seemingly small duties given to them in school, such as cleaning the classroom or the surrounding environment. Others perform tasks with constant murmuring and complaining about the workload, grumbling at teachers, parents, and seemingly everything around them. Professionals in the workplace too sometimes slight the little duties assigned to them while eagerly anticipating more senior positions. Some even resort to stealing time from their employers, hoping for a better job in the future. If these professionals had cultivated faithfulness in small duties, they would likely experience greater career advancement with less struggle. Little duties in life are not insignificant. They are designed to cultivate diligence and a pursuit of excellence. They train individuals to become self-driven and thoughtful in all their endeavors. Even seemingly simple tasks around the home are invaluable for developing problem-solving skills and fostering creativity. Little duties, far from being beneath us, prepare us for harder and more complex responsibilities. It is perplexing that so many despise little duties, hoping for grander assignments. Little duties matter immensely. A student who neglects assignments will likely struggle to pass exams. A student who cannot maintain order in their room will rarely produce neat and organized work in handwriting or mathematics. Reflect on your own performance of duties at work. How organized is your workspace? How faithful are you to the tasks assigned to you? Achieving success in any field requires a foundation of faithfulness in little duties. Just as small savings accumulate into wealth, consistent small efforts in reading lead to vast knowledge, and consistent practice produces experts. Faithfulness in little duties is the very foundation upon which heroes and heroines are built. All little duties should be approached with might and the energy of youth. Some young individuals often feel too tired to engage in any effort, too tired to eat, or even too tired to think. They may retreat into the comfort of their parents' homes, becoming passive observers, unaware of the true value of what surrounds them. It is a tragedy to become prematurely old, having lost the vigor and strength that should define youth. They drag themselves through the day, wishing for the end of work rather than embracing its purpose. An eagle, whether young or old, instinctively understands the importance of might in securing its prey. It dedicates time to sharpening its beak and talons and practices flying to maintain the power needed to soar against gravity with its catch. Without this inherent might, the eagle knows it cannot succeed among other birds of prey. Its strength lies in the focused power it brings to every task. The eagle possesses a powerful beak and potent talons. Its wings, comprised of over 7,000 feathers, provide stability and the strength to adjust its flight path and generate powerful thrust. Its beak is strong enough to break a human arm, and its bone structure is built for grand aerial feats. However, an eagle is not just born with these attributes. It is also trained by circumstances to be mighty and strong. This training often comes through what might seem like little duties. The eagle can carry remarkably heavy loads, sometimes nearly 5 times its own weight. You too have borne academic burdens and exerted significant effort, which has strengthened you and prepared you to seize opportunities. The final act of might lies in coordination, ensuring that your head, heart, and hands work together in unison. Even those who may not possess natural strengths or abilities in a particular area can cultivate faithfulness in little duties through dedicated effort. They can train themselves to approach these tasks with the focused might of an eagle. Through consistent repetition, both the mind and body can be trained to be efficient and faithful in handling small responsibilities. Some may struggle with short attention spans or a dislike for study. In such cases, it is crucial to exert your best energies. Focus on your highest motivations. Recall your dreams, and through persistent repetition, you can learn almost anything. Little duties matter. Whoever is faithful in little will be faithful also in much. How can you be entrusted with greater responsibilities if you have not demonstrated faithfulness in smaller ones? When you undertake a task, strive to do it the right way. It is never wrong to do the right thing, and how you approach any task often reflects how you approach everything. Consider the little duties that surround you. What can you do to contribute and help with these seemingly small tasks? Reflect on these questions and consider how you can apply these principles in your own life. Put all your head, hand, and heart into your work. Do not imitate those who are lazy or offer only divided service. Remember that actions, when repeated often, form habits, and habits shape character. Patiently perform the little duties of life. As long as you undervalue the importance of faithfulness in small tasks, your character development will be incomplete. In the eyes of true power and wisdom, every duty holds significance. At the beginning of each day, create a priority list of duties that you aim to complete by day's end. Break down each task into smaller, manageable steps and allocate specific time blocks for each. Train yourself to maintain focus once you begin a task, working without distractions, such as your phone, until it's finished. Gather all necessary tools and materials beforehand. Once completed, review the task not only for completeness, but also for quality and potential improvements. Seek opportunities to inject creativity into your work. Replace idle time with acts of service, actively seeking out small duties where you can be helpful and useful. Always remember to take time to rest, reflect, and rejuvenate after periods of focused work. This preparation will equip you for the opportunities that lie ahead. Ellen G. White wrote, "Put heart into your work. Imitate none who are slothful and who give divided service. Actions often repeated form habits. Habits form character. Patiently perform the little duties of life. So long as you undervalue the importance of faithfulness in the little duties, your character building will be unsatisfactory. In the sight of omnipotence, every duty is important." Here's a little story feature of little duties. In a hospital, a patient knocked over a cup of water, which spilled on the floor beside the patient's bed. The patient was afraid he might slip on the water if he got out of the bed, so he asked a nurse's aide to mop it up. The patient didn't know it, but the hospital policy said that small spills were the responsibility of the nurse's aides, while large spills were to be mopped up by the hospital's housekeeping group. The nurse's aide decided the spill was a large one, and she called the housekeeping department. A housekeeper arrived and declared the spill a small one. An argument followed. "It's not my responsibility," said the nurse's aide, "because it's a large puddle." The housekeeper did not agree. "Well, it's not mine," she said. "The puddle is too small." The exasperated patient listened for a time, then took a pitcher of water from his night table and poured the whole thing on the floor. "Is that a big enough puddle now for you two to decide?" he asked. It was, and that was the end of the argument. Here are 8 chapter takeaways. 1. Little duties reveal character. Our attitude and execution of small tasks provide a clear indication of our diligence, responsibility, and work ethic. 2. Little duties. Train for greater responsibilities. Mastering the small builds the necessary skills, discipline, and problem-solving abilities for larger, more complex tasks. 3. Little duties. Cultivate excellence. Bringing thoroughness and dedication to every task, regardless of its perceived importance, fosters a habit of excellence. 4. Little duties require might and energy. Even small tasks deserve our full attention and effort, especially the vibrant energy of youth. 5. Little duties are opportunities for growth. They train self-drive, thoughtfulness, creativity, and the ability to manage time and resources. 6. Little duties lead to trust and advancement. Demonstrating faithfulness in small matters builds trust with others and paves the way for greater opportunities. 7. Neglecting little duties hinders progress. Disregard for small responsibilities can lead to inefficiency, losses, and stagnation in personal and professional growth. 8. Attitude matters more than the task. Approaching even mundane tasks with a positive, proactive attitude can transform the experience and the outcome. The chapter encourages you to make a shift in perspective and take immediate action on little duties. Here are specific activities you can initiate today to implement these lessons. Use the worksheet provided at the end of the physical book to help you document and track your commitment to little duties. 1. Identify and elevate a neglected little duty. Think about a small task you've been consistently overlooking or doing half-heartedly at home, work, or in your community. Make a conscious decision to tackle it today with full attention and effort, aiming for excellence. 2. Practice adding value to a routine. Task. Choose a simple, repetitive duty you perform daily. Brainstorm 1 or 2 ways you can go above and beyond the basic requirements, adding a touch of thoughtfulness or efficiency. Implement this today. 3. Approach a small task with might. Select a small task you might normally rush through or do with low energy. Consciously apply your full focus and energy to it today, channeling the might of the youth the chapter mentions. Notice the difference in your engagement and the outcome. 4. Observe your attitude towards little duties. Throughout the day, pay close attention to your internal reactions and attitude towards any small tasks that come your way. Are you grumbling, eager to get it over with, or approaching it with a sense of purpose? Simply becoming aware is the first step to change. 5. Seek out a small way to serve. Look for a small, often unnoticed need around you today. Helping a colleague, doing an extra chore at home, offering a small kindness. Actively seek out this opportunity and perform the service with a willing heart. 6. Organize one small space with excellence. Choose a small cluttered area, a drawer, your desk, a shelf. Dedicate a short amount of time to organizing it with meticulous attention to detail, aiming for both functionality and aesthetics. 7. Reflect on the impact of a well-done small task. At the end of the day, reflect on the small duty you tackled with intention. How did it make you feel? What was the outcome? Did it have a bigger impact than you initially anticipated? Enjoy the little duties because they prepare you for little opportunities in Chapter 3. Keep listening.